Hey everybody, Truth Dog here, internet's favorite dog, back at it with another crazy video. Now I'm really sick, guys. I got this red demon face syndrome where instead of seeing human pieces of shit, I see them for what they really are. Demonic, evil, shape-shifting pieces of shit. But don't take my word for it. Let's listen to the professionals at Fox 26 and host Isaiah Carey. Let's take it away, Isaiah. Hey, that name sounds familiar.
Censored, here's the weird stuff I love. Imagine your vision is totally normal, and then one day you see demonic features everywhere on people only.
Demonic features on people? That reminds me of this clip I remember seeing of a reporter who swallowed the bug. Hey, that's where I know this guy. Isaiah Carey.
What really happened on that Thursday here at Augusta High
Gee, his voice sounds pretty different. He sounds like Brian Gumble. I guess that was the style of the time.
School that led to Chris Wood's death?
Oh, hey. What happened to his face? Did you guys see that? It looks like his face shapeshifted and a giant lizard tongue came out when he talked about that guy's death. Almost like he's some bloodlusting reptilian psycho who at the mere mention of murder becomes sexually
Augusta High
aroused.
School that led to Chris Wood's death.
Oh, that's crazy. Look at his tongue.
That led to Chris Wood's
Gee whiz.
death.
Whoa.
The fuck is that?
And he knows what happened, so he has to pretend. He has to pretend a bug flew into his mouth or whatever. If a bug flew into his mouth, he probably ate it.
I'm dying in this fucking country-ass fucked up town.
Now his voice even shapeshifted. He sounds like he's from the hood. So he goes from Brian Gummel to sounding like he's from the hood. And now he sounds like James Earl Jones.
Just like this, what you see behind me. Now that's
So anyway, yeah, back to the point of the video. This is the rare demon face syndrome, where they're kind of racistly showing a Chinese person and then like a really Chinese person on the right.
A man named Victor Shera.
But this is serious stuff, guys. This is serious stuff. I have this illness. I've had this illness since I started this channel, guys. Lots of people are suffering from this or will be suffering from this in the future, according to Fox.
It's extremely rare yet terrifying disorder called PMO.
Well, the news talking about something terrifying? Do they ever do that?
And it's commonly known as, or now known because people didn't know about it at first.
How could it be commonly known and now known? Yeah, it's like they're trying to normalize this thing for some reason.
It's called the demon face.
Almost like those crazy conspiracy theorists who talk about us living under a veil and the veil lifting in the future and people seeing reality for what it really is and suddenly becoming aware that we're surrounded by these psychotic, demonic people. And that would explain all the evil in the world.
Syndrome. People with the condition see parts of other people's faces distorted in shape.
It is interesting how they're using a Chinese person as an example of a demon. And in the other picture, it looks like they're using a white guy. So white people and Chinese people? Demons? Yeah, that checks out. So anyway, all of this stuff is very interesting and terrifying, as Fox News says. But it does remind me of a couple of movies. The first one being They Live, starring Roddy Piper. There he is. Now, this guy actually said that this movie, They Live, is a documentary, and not long after he wound up dead. I don't know if those two things are related, but that tends to be how the world works. The movie, basically, not to make it sound stupid, is about this drifter who finds a box of magic sunglasses that I believe the government created. When he puts them on, he sees the world for what it really is. So instead of seeing like an ad, a normal ad, he just sees this message that says obey. So he can see all the subliminals in advertising and media. When he takes the glasses off, see, it looks like a normal ad for computers or whatever. This ad, you know, come to the Caribbean or whatever, right? Sexual innuendo. It's really just, you know, putting people in a low vibrational sex state, telling them to marry and procreate, you know, produce more goyim for the world, basically the matrix, you know, to harvest as batteries. I'll get to that in the next one. But, you know, for those who have seen the Matrix, all these kind of conspiracy movies, they all tie into each other. The idea of this world that they represent in these films is that we are the humans here are like batteries, and we're used for our negative energy that basically they harvest. They deliberately put us in a bad mood because that's what they feed on, and all that negative energy powers this place that we're trapped in like a prison. But yeah, he sees through all these subliminal messages. The movie's like a metaphor for waking up spiritually, where you realize that the world is evil and full of crap, and basically everything's a lie, and the reason that you're being told lies is so that the powers that be can control us, because if we know nothing and they know everything, they have the power because knowledge is power. So he looks at, like, you know, these signs, men's apparel, no independent thought, consume everything the government wants its citizens to be, stupid, you know, materialistic, sex obsessed, you know, everything in basically stuck in the fear vibration, the lower chakras, where, you know, you're easiest to control, do not question authority, buy, watch TV, no imagination, all these things, right? And it's not just the ads and the media that he can now see through, but it's also the people. He can see them for what they really are. This lovely fellow on the street, who is definitely not some sort of narcissistic psychopath. He looks at him.
What's your problem?
And he sees a demon. Almost like he has that demon face syndrome thing. So he takes the glasses off, and he's just a
I said, what's your problem?
normal looking Jewish guy. Yeah, but so all this movie,
How are you today, sir? Okay, how's it
it
going?
reminds me of like how in reality we hear about, you know, other so-called humans committing all these atrocities, and you wonder, how could another human do something like that? Well, the answer is because they're not human. We've got all these demons walking around in disguise, and, you know, basically it's because they're being hidden by a veil. I think also, like, I've said this in the past, like the sun, when it rises, you know, the sun used to be yellow. A lot of people remember that. But nowadays it's like a white hot fluorescent light. But I've noticed in the mornings when the sun rises, just as the sun rises, it's still orange or yellow, but not long after it becomes white. And then also when the sun sets, it's just at the end of the sunset, it becomes yellow and orange again. And it's almost like there's a overlay that they put on it, like a veil they put over the sun to cover the sun, because, you know, the sun is healing, and they don't want any of the you know, the sun's natural, like, healing energies to, you know, get to us. But I think that's also part of the veil that we might be under here. And, you know, like I was saying, he sees this guy for what he is. He's got the rare demon face syndrome, and it also reminds me of another movie, one of my very favorites, Jacob's Ladder, from 1990. This movie is about a man who dies and goes to purgatory, which I believe is where we're living right now. And this scene of the movie shows what I was talking about before. Isn't that interesting? You got two Jewish rabbi types who cross his path right before all this street theater and loosh harvesting occurs. Loosh harvesting is where the harvesting of negative etheric energy. So where they steal your bad energy, like an energy vampire, and that's what this world's about. The reason that the world can be a nice place, it can be beautiful, you can have fun, you can have a good time, you can relax, is because they want to put you in a good mood, because that builds all your positive energy. And what happens is that when they put you in a bad mood, all your positive energy is transferred into negative energy, and that's what they harvest, that's what they take. So they get more negative energy if they can transfer positive energy into negative energy. It's like building a Jenga tower to, like, wheel up high and knocking it down, or like a kid that builds a sandcastle at the beach and is in such a good mood, feels so accomplished, and then some bully comes and kicks it over. That's loosh harvesting. That's exactly what it is, and that's what this scene shows. So in this movie, this character Jacob, he's a postman, and these ladies on the street, they start singing Mr. Postman to him, which puts him in a good mood. You know, they're being playful, a little bit flirtatious, and it kind of makes his day. So he walks away with all this good energy, right? But it like everything in this world, it's not going to last very long. Right after he walks down this alleyway, and then this happens. Out of nowhere. Car starts chasing him, right? Immediately terrified, all that positive energy is turned into negative energy, and they start chasing him. Also, it's interesting how that guy just appears to say look out," like a street theater, like gang stalking. So this car starts chasing him just deliberately to terrify him. They don't even care about scraping their car on the sides, because the only reason they're there is to scare him, because they feed on his energy. Just narrowly escapes, and then you see one of the people in the car has those like a demon face, you know, because that's what they are. He runs out, and you can see the face slowly warping back into a human. This thing here, its head spinning around like the girl in The Exorcist. It's feeding on the loosh. So they just turned all of his positive energy into negative energy. Like I said, that's what the world's about. Yeah, so like I said, I got the demon face disorder, guys. Make sure you send your prayers, send your love, even better, send your money. Actually, what you could do for me is make sure you pre-save the link for my brand new song coming out March 29th, Waiting in Hell by Truth Dog, available on all streaming services. Yes, even Diesel. Like I said, please pre-save, because it appeases the algorithm gods. Would mean the world to me. Thank you very much. Hope you enjoyed the video. Truth Dog out.